Hey everybody, it's Erin at Scandalous Beauty, and this video is a crash course on becoming a makeup artist. It's just going to give you some very basic tips on the craft and you becoming a makeup artist, and it's going to go into detail, a lot of detail on everything. So the video is quite long, and for the sanity of everybody, I have included a link timeline in the about this video section, and you can just click on whatever you want to know and just go straight through there and check that out, and hopefully that will help. And it will also highlight some of the products that I used. Just FYI, in the video I had this look that I was going for, and I realized that I did the video before I completed the look. It was a lip story, so it was supposed to focus really on my lips, and everything else was supposed to be kind of clean. And it basically just looked like I did my lips and nothing else. So I forgot to change my shirt, forgot to do my hair, put it up a little. It still was not, whatever. And then all that. So please keep in mind that the look in the video is not what I was going for. It did not look complete. And it doesn't really show what I was trying to, whatever. So, yes. And also, I just want to ask you to please keep an open mind about everything that I said. Please do your research. Try this just for fun, for kicks, right? If you have a question about something, type it in the search bar in Google and YouTube, in whatever, whatever the website you want to go to, and get some more information that way before leaving a comment or sending me a message for anybody. Just as a way, one, because you're going to possibly find your answer in detail and from somebody else's perspective, and two, because you might learn more than what you expected to find out the first go around. So just try that for kicks. Okay, so enjoy the video. It is quite real. Please don't say that Scandalous Beauty is a jerk or she's rude or whatever. I try to give it to you the way I want somebody to give it to me, as real as possible. So I'm speaking from experience and speaking from my heart. So hopefully it helps out someone out there. Alright, so enjoy the video. So in the instance that you just want to learn more about becoming a makeup artist, becoming a good makeup artist, becoming a makeup artist in general, techniques, things like that, try to find as many newsletters, as many seminars, workshops, all of that as possible. I have said it 1,000 times. You don't have to go to makeup school. You don't have to go to a program where you get 40 hours and then you are a makeup artist and you have a license. It is not, it's not mandatory, but you don't do yourself a disservice by going. But I think that there are different ways that you can go about learning how to do makeup. So one of the best resources for this, I believe, is the Powder Group. The Powder Group, to me, is essential if you want to become a makeup artist. First, it's basically a group with a huge umbrella. All of these companies under this one umbrella is about helping you as an artist. There is the Makeup Artist magazine, which you can subscribe to, and the information is on their website. There is the Makeup Show, LA and New York. I think they might be going international. I heard that, or I read it or something, but I'm not too sure. That is phenomenal. It is basically a seminar. It's a billion seminars, hands-on workshops, forums, all that kind of stuff. Plus, you're gonna get to have access to a billion different brands who usually do offer discounts to you as a makeup artist, and from there you can sign up individually with each company and be able to find out about their discount programs and their classes that they're offering and all that. It is such a great service to have. Then they have the Artist Summit, which is actually kind of like a smaller version of the Makeup Show, which this year it was in Chicago and Miami. The Artist Summit, the Makeup Show, the big convention, was in LA and New York, and it happens every year. And I really, really, really believe I mean, they might be in different cities. The Artist Summit might be in different cities. Sign up at the Powder Group, thepowdergroup.com. Sign up, get those newsletters. Right now, I'm recording this in October. The shows are happening in February and May of next year, and then there's going to be some different things in between. There's a whole 5-day full workshop on becoming a makeup artist that starts from the rooter to the tutor. You learn about the basics to more advanced stuff. It costs, I mean, it's going to cost you some money, but it's an excellent resource. You'll be working with people that have been in makeup artistry for years, that have worked on television, have worked on celebrities, have worked with companies to create products. I mean, huge companies. And Michael DeVellis is the owner operator. I'm not like getting paid to tell you guys this. This is me as a makeup artist and a makeup lover telling you about a resource that has changed my life. I've gone all 3 years to at least the makeup show. Next year I want to go to the makeup show in New York and LA, and it's just phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So you have to check that out. And other conventions and workshops and seminars. There is the IMATs, which are international. I think like this year was Australia and Canada and LA, and I think it's going to, I don't know where else it goes. And then there's like different companies in each state that do different things. So there's one I know called Rouge Makeup Studio, which I heard about at the makeup show. And they have several different classes during the year. And they'll have a bridal seminar, 3-4 times a year, I think. Or, or airbrushing 3 or 4 times a year. Blah, 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 blah. That is awesome. So just do your research. Look around. Join different makeup forums. Join different makeup chats. All that kind of stuff. Different brands that you like or you've never even heard of, they will offer classes. Lots of places offer classes. Jump on any classes and seminars you can. Danessa Myricks at imakeyoubbeautiful.com has like a series of DVDs that cover how to do all types of different makeup. Sam Fine, just put out his DVD, instructional DVD. There are books. The resources are endless. And it is up to you to do your research, find out where they are, save as much as you can, make travel arrangements to go purchase, take advantage. Don't say I didn't warn you. I'm just telling you. So they happen all throughout the year, all parts of the country, all over the world. Yeah, had to get that out. Yeah, I got a little carried away with that one. Next, be seen. I'm going to tell you this straight up. You do a disservice to yourself if you do not market yourself. This is not only your business cards, but it's your website and it's you in general. So, business cards. There is no excuse why you should not have business cards in your wallet or whatever you carry around with you at all times. If you meet somebody and you say, I'm a makeup artist, and they might or might not want your services, you hand them a card. That is communication. That is you building a relationship. That is a possible job for you. That is possible money for you. That is a possible stepping stone or growing experience for you. Do not miss out on that type of opportunity whatsoever. Also, looking your best makes a difference. Now, I am a bit hypocritical because I don't walk out the house all the time looking the best. But if you're going to look a mess, how do I say this? Don't advertise yourself if you're going to be looking a mess. So if you walk out the house and you are in your boyfriend's 3X white tee, some hooping shorts, your Jordans, your hair is a mess, you look like you didn't brush your teeth or wash your face during the day, and then you get in a conversation with somebody and you say, oh, I do makeup, or I do hair, or I do, I'm an esthetician, or I do nails, or I'm a photographer, or a stylist. God forbid you're a stylist looking like that. And you're out, you can look how you want to look, but you trying to market yourself and get a client looking a mess, that's not what's up. It's not cute, and it's not beneficial to you. So when you are going out, and you never know who you're going to meet, and you never know who is watching you or admiring your work. You could do a random job somewhere for somebody for free one day and not know that the president of MTV or something happen to see your work and say, wow, that's good, find out who that was. You never know. You absolutely never know. You've got to have that appearance ready, and you've got to have that business card ready. Like I said, I could be a hypocrite because I don't always look the best. Some of y'all have met me out and about on a random day, and y'all have seen Scandalous Beauty not looking like Scandalous Beauty. In some of the videos, you might think, oh, she doesn't look like Scandalous Beauty, or she doesn't look like this, that, and the third. That's fine. And, you know, it's up to you. It's your call. And if you don't like the way I look, that's on you. Don't watch my videos. But at the same time, think about your appearance before you leave the house. Also, having a website, you all know, this is the internet. The internet is like the greatest advertising ever. I mean, it's so convenient to have. So having a website where your pictures might not be with a professional photographer. You might not know any professional photographers. But at the same time, having a website is the greatest way to meet people. Model Mayhem, things like that. Having your pictures up on Facebook or MySpace, I don't even know if people still use MySpace. Whatever type of platform that you have where people can see your stuff, that's awesome. Now, if you're trying to get a professional website, I highly, highly recommend this. With your business cards, with your website, I recommend, and I think a lot of people recommend, a clean, simple site and a clean, simple business card. You don't need like pictures of faces and a whole bunch of music and stuff going zoom, 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 and you know, and stuff like that, sparks and all that. A clean site is going to be more pleasing to the eye. It's going to give more emphasis on your work versus, you know, a whole bunch of distraction. And you want your site to be timeless. You don't want it to look dated. You don't want it to look like you put something up. You know how certain songs, you hear them and you hear that certain like techno, you know, drum, electric drum or whatever, and you know it's the 80s. Or you'll hear certain types of beats and you'll know it was the 90s. You don't want somebody to look at your website and be like, whoa, she put this up in 93. You don't want that. So you want it to look clean and dated. Now, I kind of have a hookup for us, which I'm really excited to announce. Yay. There is a website, a service, a company called Web Photo Masters. And I met them and I found out about them at the makeup show last year. And Luis Aragon, a huge photographer, one of the biggest photographers in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, was representing them. And I was getting more information and found out that all these websites that I had been looking at that I thought were so clean and so beautiful were done by this one company. And the company has offered a discount to Scandalous Beauty readers, which is really, really cool. So if you want to check out who they've done Luis Aragon, they've done Kathy Aragon, they've done Orlando Santiago, James Vincent, a lot of prominent, celebrity, big time artists. So they also offered a discount to our readers, and it's really, really affordable. Like, it's like $70 to start, and then like you pay a monthly fee to keep it maintained, but they do a lot. It's a really, really, really big service, and it costs you like nothing compared to people that charge hundreds and hundreds for a website, but you get a discount. So follow the link on the About This Video section, and you will see the work, and you will see what they do and the services. But it's awesome, and they've grown like phenomenally. Like, it's phenomenal. So you'll definitely want to check that out. Next, one of the biggest things people ask about is building your kit. So you might not have a lot of money, and you might not want to purchase a whole bunch of stuff, or you might want to purchase a lot of stuff, and not having discounts sucks. I understand that. Build your kit slowly but efficiently. I'll tell you, one of the sites that I found that changed the way that I looked at what I needed for my makeup kit was inmykits.com. And what this is a site compiled by Kevin Bennett, who is a huge figure in the makeup artist industry, and he currently is one of the head honchos at Makeup Forever. And he tells you some of the best products to have. He goes from the cheapest products to the most expensive products. What he's telling you about is not really by brand and not really by the effect, but it tells you about what works and why it works. And that is awesome. He's got Wet n Wild on there. He's got I believe I saw like YSL, but Kevin Aquan, he's got these products all the way through. And of course, Makeup Forever, who I still believe is at the head, at the top of the makeup artist, you know, the makeup game. I mean, I just think that nobody can stop them. Makeup Forever is impeccable. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. In this website, it really gives you a guide of some great products to use. That's where I found about the banana powder that I've been using in a lot of my videos. This is like $7 for this huge, actually it says on the back, $7 right there. $7. This thing I've had for 3 years. Look at how much is in there. I've used it on clients of all different skin tones and types and blah blah blah. From head to toe, and you know, for whatever reason, and it works well. I found out about a ton of stuff from there. So In My Kit is an awesome resource. Also, as I said before, sign up for as many company newsletters as possible, because you never know when a company is going to we're in a recession, first and foremost, so you never know when a company is going to send out a newsletter that's like, hey, for this weekend, 3 days only, 25% off your entire purchase. Or they might say, you know, they might be giving gift sets. And if you get a gift set that is a $50 gift set that has a retail value of $160, you got to hook up. You can find stuff like QVC. I was watching Smashbox and QVC. I love Holly. I think she's amazing. And I love her look. Her look is sick. But they were selling products at a discount there. Discount bigger than what you might find on Smashbox.com. But their stuff is great. I mean, there are so many products out there. You really got to take the time to go out and play around. And also, might I add, don't buy products because everybody raves over them. I mean, granted, yes, use them as a guide, but you might not like the way that, I don't know, what do people always talk about? You might not want to use, okay, everybody's like MAC, 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 MAC. You might not like the way that MAC foundations look on your clients or on yourself, but everybody talks about it and they have this discount program and it's 40% off. If you don't like MAC and you don't like the way it looks, don't use it. Don't use it because you think other people are going to be like, oh, she's got MAC on her kit, she's good. Don't do it. They will probably respect you more if they see a makeup palette, a Graftobian palette, or a RCMA palette, a real makeup artistry palette coming at you, or a Makeup Forever palette, or, you know, a Face Atelier foundation set, or whichever. And all these brands, Google them, see the products that they have out. There's a ton of stuff out on this stuff, on these companies. Sorry. So use what works for you. Don't get wrapped up in the name. It's true. Something James Vincent said at the Artist Summit. Don't get wrapped around this brand name or this price or whatever, because it does not mean it's great. I just actually found some makeup like from Flirt. This Flirt is one of my favorite brands of eyeshadow. Flirt, and I'll be talking about this in a video soon. These shadows come in these palettes. They're like $14 or $16 for 4 shadows. They are literally no different than my MAC eyeshadows, than some of the more expensive brands that I buy, including Makeup Forever, including those, you know, bigger brands, and they cost way less. And I found out about discounts because I'm signed up to their newsletters, and when these things are not, or are 20 and 30% off, I buy them. Hands down. So the point of all that is to say that just get a little bit at a time. Find palettes, find gift sets, find those things that you're getting a lot of value, a lot of stuff for a smaller price. You don't need to have, you know, everything. You can't expect to have 1,000 different foundations. You know, don't expect to have the entire, you know, set of Makeup Forever foundations or Face Atelier foundations. But if that means you have 5, you got to figure out a way to mix and match. And this means practice. And all you can do is practice. That's it. That's the key to becoming a makeup artist or anything in the world is practice. Find a way to take all those colors and make a color for me, for Heidi Klum, for Alicia Keys, Christina Aguilera, Alec Weck, Jennifer Lopez, Salma Hayek, and everybody in between. That's just the key. And know that if you have foundations, you may or may not need concealer. Do you really, really feel like you have to have concealer if you have foundation? Don't they typically, basically do the same thing? They can if you work it out to make them do the same thing. Think about it. So it's just all about how you make things work. Sign up for those discounts. You need those. And if you don't have the credentials, you don't have to have credentials for some stuff. Like I said. Next, take jobs that are paid and not paid. There are a lot of times people, well, yes, there are a lot of times when people are going to offer you a gig and say, okay, I have a fashion show. It's going to be 20 models. Can you bust it out? You might want money for this job, and I don't blame you. Nobody can blame you. But that practice that you're going to get is invaluable. I mean, it has no price on it, because you are going to learn to bust out, and you're going to be under the pressure of doing different tones, different looks, possibly, or maybe the same look, blah, 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 and then working that out. That's awesome. That is awesome. I've done several fashion shows, not for New York Fashion Week, but stuff at universities and high schools and things like that, and working that out, being the only makeup artist and doing 40 girls, that was dumb. That was dumb. But working on a bunch of people at one time, awesome. Photo shoots, I've done photo shoots where it's at, for hair magazines. I found that out because my stylist said, hey girl, I need some help doing this, photo shoot. Can you do the makeup? The makeup looked a mess. I have the magazine right there. And I told her, don't put my name in the credits because I have no clue what this is going to look like. I didn't know what the lighting was about. I didn't understand all that. But it was practice. And now I know better. And the next go round, I will be more equipped to handle the situation. Take all the jobs. Now, let's say you want practice and you want money. I still highly suggest working for cosmetic retailers. Some companies, some retailers, listen to me good, some retailers are going to say you have to have experience. Some are not. Sometimes you have the ability, sometimes you can go there and say, look, I don't know anything. I know makeup. I don't know makeup. I love makeup. I want to learn. I want to learn your way. If you can coax them into teaching you everything that they know, there's a possibility you could get the job. You could. Right now it's October. Going to a cosmetic counter or a store and saying, I want to freelance, which means you're just helping out when they need help. Not working out like every day or you're on a set schedule, but you help when they need help. That is an awesome way, a huge way of getting in without the pressures of really, really getting in. People tell me all the time, they're like, okay, I want to work for MAC so bad. I want to work for MAC so bad. I've worked for MAC. And I will say this. People need to realize everything is not what you perceive it to be. Working for a makeup counter is hard work. You need to look at it as practice, but ultimately these places are businesses. And it's about numbers at the end of the day. You have to sell X amount of money. You need to make sure that people aren't returning stuff. And you have to look amazing. You have to feel amazing. You have to have energy. You got to bring it. You got to bring it. You got to understand a brand, know the brand, feel the brand. At the end of the day, makeup is makeup. So you can make it work. At the end of the day, like I said, almost all of the stuff is the same at every company. You just got to beast it out and make it sell. So people say, I want to work for Makeup Forever. Okay, they have a handful of people that work there, a handful. So that's going to be a little bit more difficult. But if you want to work for someplace and get in, like Smashbox, I went to Smashbox. I said, I don't have a makeup artist license. I don't have a lot of experience in makeup, but I'll tell you this, I like Smashbox makeup and I would love to learn. I would love, love, love to learn. And they said, all right, we'll give you a shot. And within a month, I was working for Nordstrom at Smashbox. And it helped me so much. And it helped build. And then I, worked for them for X amount of time. And then it was helpful. It was extremely helpful. So just know that all the jobs that you're going to take will not pay. Don't not take a job because it's not paid, but also look for those paid jobs. Of course you want a job that's going to pay money, but getting that experience and those connections and those networking opportunities is vital. Also, practice on anything that you can get your hands on. If your mother is upstairs and she's like, available, ask if you could practice on her. your friends. Ask if you can practice on all your friends, on all different types of looks, on all different types of skin tones. Practice on whatever you can get your hands on, because at the end of the day, if you don't have something nailed, if you don't, do something well, I mean, you got to just practice. Practice. And that means, and blend. Practice blending. I think that is the thing that you got to focus on the most. A lot of times I'll see people with makeup on and they'll have like harsh edges. Like you can see where something starts and something stops. That right there is almost going to guarantee you not to get a job with something. So that means taking a brush. Take any type of brush. This happens to be a MAC brush. You don't need a MAC brush. By the way, Crown Brush. Write that name down. Then go to their website. Crown Brush has some amazing brushes that I believe they went to different brands, found all these great brushes and said, we're going to make that brush for $3 or for $10 or for $4, and they made it. I'm doing a whole video on that, so I'm not going to talk about it right now. But take a brush, take two colors and blend them together and make them look like one. Make them all, it needs to be it needs to just flow. Harsh edges, not going to cut it. Practice that. Just telling you.